going on, everybody? Kyle here from Great White North Bullies. Today I'm making a video to show you how to train your puppy indoors versus outdoors, starting off with no distractions in here and getting them to do the behaviors by luring and shaping with a high value reward. Today we're just going to use some cheese, and I've got Bella here, my 4-month-old American Bully. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to show you command by command how we're going to take this and lure your puppy to get into that position. Okay, so let's begin. All right, the first thing and foremost what I do, and I start this off at 8 weeks of age, is I use their name as a command for them to look at me. Okay, so the puppy doesn't know its name, right, but it knows the command. When I say Bella, right, she's gonna look at me because that's what I've tied that command to, is them to look at me. So if we're out in the open or we're doing something and I say Bella, right, that first reaction I want is for her to stop and think, oh, I need to look at me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to use the clicker, and another marker is yes. So I don't care if you use the clicker or not, but you can use yes, you can use the click, something to signify a marker that they've done the behavior that they want. Okay, so naturally the dog is going to go into a sit. We don't really have to teach them, but if they don't, that's okay. All we're looking for is when we say the name, the eye contact. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece of cheese here, right, Bella, and what I can do is I can lure this up into my eyes, and as soon as she looks, I say yes. Good. Okay, we'll try it again. Bella. Yes. Okay, so the objective here is to look at there, but what we can also do now is take this distraction, pull it this way, right, and they're going to follow. But what I'm going to do now is say her name, Bella. As soon as she looks, yes, good. Then we can have them hold that longer. I mean, she's only 4 months, so I don't know how long she will hold it, but Bella. Good, yes. Right, so the moment she comes back into me is when I reward her, right? So if I'm over here, Bella. Yes, perfect, good girl. Okay, one more time up here, Bella. Good girl. Okay, so that is the name associated with the look command. Okay, so next what we're going to do, obviously, is in order here, is we're going to go into the sit. Okay, so one of the most basic commands here. Dogs naturally are going to do it. As you can see, she's already in the sit. But let's move her around a little bit, and I'll show you how we can shape her. Come on, Bella. Into the sit. So all we're going to do is take that lure. She naturally does it. We've been doing this for a while. And if they don't do it, if they're coming into the lure here, right, I'm going to bring it back up. Okay, put it over their head, and they naturally sit. Good girl. Okay, so again, lure in, over the head. Good sit. Yes. Right, Bella. Here. Good, Bella, sit. Perfect. Good girl. Okay, so just take that lure, naturally go over top of the head. Okay, that should get them into the sit position. If you need to, no problem. What you can do, right, tap their bum, push it to the ground. Yes. Good, right? Again, they're not sitting properly. Just take their bum over the head, tap down. As soon as the butt touches the floor, yes, or click, and reward. Okay, very simple. Now, the next thing that we'll go over here, this is the one that she's struggling with, is the down position. Okay, so in the down, a couple things here. If you make the dog go into a sit, then go into a down, you're going to get a bit of a sloppy sit. They'll naturally put their butt down, then go into down. Okay, so I try not to teach them that from the sit position, like make them go into sit first. What I'll do instead is lure them in, okay, and then I'll bring this thing down to the floor, reward, and click. Okay, so again, we'll bring them up. Good. Try to bring them forward a bit so they're standing, and then I'll bring this position down. And I wait for them to go all the way down. Probably a little forward, a little forward. Good. All right, I could use a little tap of the bum to put her down as well. Okay, so again, we'll do it this way over here. Okay, so try to get them out of that position. I know you're going to go down, a little cheeky butt. Come here. Good girl. Okay, naturally they might go into a sit. That's okay. Right through the down. Beautiful. Good girl. Very good girl. One more time. Okay, Bella. Good. All right. Naturally come here and Bella down. Lure them down into the position. Beautiful. Click and reward. Okay, so just taking it down. Sometimes you should push the lure back in the way. Some dogs will learn to push it back. Other dogs, you need to drag and J-form it basically down and along the floor this way to get them into position. So either or, little physical touch there. As soon as they get to the position that we want, yes, click, reward. Okay, so that timing, as soon as it hits the ground, as soon as that final position, click, feed, or yes, feed. Okay, sounds good. So that's the sit, that's the down, right? Let's work on the wait command is probably the next one that I'm going to teach here. Telling them to wait. Okay, so what we're going to have them do is wait for something because there's going to be an action following it. So it's different from a stay. A stay means I'm coming back to them. I don't want them to move. The wait is going to mean when I tell her to wait that there's an action following that wait, so she has to stay where she is, and when I tell her the next action, then she gets to come. But the wait always means that there's something following that, where the stay means that she stays in that position, I'm coming back to her. Okay? So Bella, good girl. Okay, waits. All right, now there's going to be something else following. Bella, come. Good. Good girl. Okay, Bella waits. Bella, come. Good girl. Good girl. All right, Bella waits. Bella, come. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So let's say we're going out for a walk. I want her to wait at the door. I'm going to go first. I walk out. Then I say, Bella, let's go. Right? So having that wait means that there's something going to be following it. And it's important to do that as well. Okay? So that being said, we'll move into stay, which is next. So stay means that I'm going to go back to them. Okay? So Bella, stay. Now I go to her. Good, stay. Right? Bella, come. Good. Bella, sit. Bella, stay. Good, stay. Yes, good, stay. Okay, so now we get them to stay in that singular position, right? And we go to them and reward. Obviously super helpful if we ever need the dog to stay in one position, whether it's danger, whether it's, cars coming by, people, dogs, whatever. We need that dog to stay in position. This is very, very, very critical. Okay, Bella. Stay. I'll come. I'll turn. I'll wait. Good, stay. Mark and reward. Good girl. Very, very good girl. Okay, so we can move from that position into one of the other ones that's very, very crucial here. It's the leave it command. Okay, so the leave it command is especially important just for me. The way I like to use it also, not just because if there's something on the road, roadkill, piece of chocolate falls on the floor, something you don't want the dog to get, anything gross outside, you can have the dog leave it, and that's extremely important so they don't eat something, don't put something in their mouth, right? The other thing I like to use the leave it command for is any dog with a high prey drive, or any type of drive, for instance, it's the way that I can shut it on and shut it off. I can manage this prey drive by allowing them to go after things, and then if I tell them to leave it, let's say they're squirrels or rabbits or even small dogs, and I'm going to now tell my dog to leave it, that dog should disengage from that type of drive, right? Leave it, right? So if I throw this here, okay, leave it. Good girl, yes, right? So the big thing here too is that when I throw this piece of cheese out of the way, I never want to reward her and let her go get it. If I'm telling her to leave something, she leaves that completely, I reward from the other hand. Okay, so Bella, leave it. Yes, good, leave it. Very good girl. Okay, so don't let her eat it or don't let her get this in you're leaving. Okay, alternatively, if I'm using something like a flirt pole or something that's triggering her drive, right, I can tell her to leave it and then I can release and say, okay, and she can go after it. So that's, a video I'll do later to show you how to train the drive into a puppy and get them to leave that and manage that drive. So it's super, super important because you don't want them chasing other dogs, squirrels, whatever, without the command there. So if you're going to manage their prey drive, eventually you have to let them go after things, but in a safe manner, so you control it. Okay, so just again here for the leave it command, Bella, leave it. Leave it. Bella, leave it. Leave it. Yes, good, leave it. And I let her reward. Very good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Okay, recall we kind of already did, but essentially for the recall position here, we're going to use the weight, right? So one step before that is actually you can move, right? Bella, come. Good girl. And have her come in, reward, so you can move. Bella, come. Right? And that way when she's following you, we just, use the word come or whatever word you want to use for your recall, and we ensure that it's successful. Right? But what I like to do next is now have them wait, right? So I'll come over here. Okay, Bella waits. Right? And then we can increase the duration here. We can increase the distractions. We can trick her. Poop. Bella poop. Bella cheese. Bella red. Bella come. Yes, good girl. Right? We can try to confuse, and that's how we build strength in the dog and strengthen the command. Okay, again, there's no distractions in here. I'm pretty much the only thing that she wants is this cheese. There's no other sounds, that kind of stuff like we would have outside. So this is rather easy. If she gets distracted, Bella, right? She looks to me, good. Bella, come. Yes, that's a good girl. Very good girl. Okay? So moving into basic command, the heel position. Again, this is how I lure them into the heel. Taking the tracker. As you can see, everything's done just through the nose. The dogs, especially this type of dog, terrier breed here, very, very scenty. So right through their nose, they track. Okay, I lure them into the position, right? Mark it, perfect. I can now keep this right by my left side here with the nose, and I can step, right? I can make her follow as she eats some of that cheese. I can use the word heel, and as soon as I bring it up, she should sit, perfect, and I mark and I reward the heel. Very good. I can take a step forward. Okay, waits. Bella heel, and she'll come to that position. Beautiful. Very good girl. Okay, so again, in this position here, wait. I tip my foot back. I'm going to lure her nose in, around, right up to that hip position. Beautiful, and reward. Okay, I can step forward. I can teach this. Right, we can spin. Sorry, lost my balance. Terrible there. Good. Beautiful. Good girl, Bella. Good girl. Okay, so for the up here, what we're going to do is take them from the position, either the sit or the down. Okay, so Bella down. Good, and we're going to drive this up and forward. Perfect, good. Gets them on their feet. So I do like to use a place command for the up as well here, because what happens is they're going to tend to want to go forward. Okay, so Bella, place. Nope. Bella, place. Good. Okay, so now from here, sit. Right, if they come too far forward, they're going to fall off. Okay, so Bella, good girl. Bella, place. Good, place. Good girl. Okay, so now from here, you can see the seated position. I'm going to say Bella, up. I'm going to bring her forward. Up. All right, so this is going to teach her that she can't do that, right? She's going to fall off. So I need her to stand. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. Bella, up. Up. There you go. Good girl. Okay, so we just lure that and bring that forward, and they're going to naturally stand. So when you put them on a place command there, or something that's up, high, again, Bella, sit. Good. All right, so if I bring that forward and up, good girl. She stands, and she knows that she's going to drop down if she goes forward. So that teaches her to go up. Okay? Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Let's wrap it up here. Good girl, Bella.